Alright lads, so it's finally time for me to get around and reacting to the 3 new character gameplays. We have Zangetsu, SODE, SHIRAYUKI, and Zenbone Zachary. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited about this, mainly for the fact that when these characters, these Zanpakuto characters, were actually in-game, it was always released on a 3% banner where I literally didn't pull any kind of Zanpakuto character until they weren't relevant anymore. So it's actually kind of nice to see that Caleb are taking a break from 1, fierce battle banners, 2, doing more premiums, and going back to something that we've been asking for a while now, Zanpakuto characters, right? No bounce still, no bounce yet, but maybe one day, right, they're doing these characters again. But it's a bit disappointing at the same side that, you know, double team characters exist, tag team characters exist. What they should have done really is, instead of remaking these characters, just make double team characters with the Soul Reapers. I think that would have been a lot better. Don't know why they didn't do that, but maybe in the future, right? But at the same time, with how rare premium banners are nowadays, it's probably going to be a while before we start to get, you know, tag team, double team characters with the Zanpakutos and also Soul Reapers. Also, if you haven't noticed yet, I got a little bookshelf in the back, so now I'm just flaunting my Bleach manga. You can see it right there. Jeez, look at that. All 74 volumes, let's go. Jeez. Alright, so the first character we're going to be looking at is SODE SHIRAYUKI. Now, unfortunately, with the way they made her, very, very weird. They gave her Quincy Killer. Still makes absolutely no sense. I don't know why they're trying to give us Quincy Killers in the first place. Like, it's very, very rare you see any kind of Quincy enemies. Hopefully, they can stop, because once they release too many Quincy Killers, we're going to start having Quincy Kill quests, and I don't think anyone wants that. So, SODE SHIRAYUKI is an okay SP character. She isn't anything that stands out. But the thing that she does have going for is the increased heart droplet rate, and even then it's not that good. You might think it's good, but trust me, it's not. I farmed Droplet Zone with and without the droplet characters, and it doesn't make that much of a difference. So I'm not really too excited for it, but it's there. It's a premium option too, so if I ever do need to try and get my hands on this character, if I do need that increased drop rate, it's nice to know that there is a premium character that I can get from potential tickets in the future. So, SODE SHIRAYUKI, kind of looking forward to her. Let's check out our gameplay. Alright, so let's see how she is. Now, I am watching it from the KJ's live stream, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna kind of just turn it down. Got my own pace, right? I don't need them to tell me how the characters work out. But you can see there, model. I want to check for myself when their characters do get officially released, if they have updated the models. Because what we have seen in the past with Fierce Battle characters, and every time a character gets remade, is that they do actually update the character models to make them look better. So I believe they probably have updated it. You know, these characters came out like 5 years ago, so I would assume they have. And we'll find out when the characters do release. But the design-wise from SODE SHIRAYUKI already looks really, really cool. You know, just like the way she's designed in general is actually kind of nice. And seeing it in-game, not for the first time, but like actually as a playable character, even if she isn't as good as the other characters, it's still kind of cool to see. So, that's her net string, very similar to the technique Rukia, which, oh, again, no complaints, you know, it's her Zanpakuto, or she's the Zanpakuto of Rukia. Kind of cool, you know, ice effects and stuff like that. The first strong attack, I can't remember what it is. It is the, I believe it is a 3000 length beam, or it's the 1000 by 1000 shotgun wave. Now, one thing I do find cool is that Bankai Rukia, the 10 years later version, also does the exact same thing, blowing out cold air. So that's kind of cool. I kind of hope that the other 2 strong attacks are kind of a reference to like Rukia's attacks. That'd be actually kind of cool. So first strong attack is not too bad. 1000 by 1000 is not anything too, you know, bad. The SE2 is at 800 in front of her, which is actually a good strong attack, by the way. And I believe that's similar to what she does in, I believe, like the old Rukia specials. I'm not really too sure, but okay, nothing too bad. You know, it's an 800 AoE. Ice effects, you know, Caleb have released a lot of ice characters, so being able to make them look a bit different, stand out a bit, you know, it shows, right? But this character's first strong attack, which again is full screen, for an ice attack, looks quite basic, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen better ice attacks, right? I think the peak ice attack for a full screen is definitely the 10 years later version of Rukia. Now, this is the special. I need to turn it up, I actually can't even hear it. Let's rerun that, Ooh, I wonder who's going to be in the thumbnail this time. If we get a good shot of SODE, we could actually put her there, but it might be Old Man. That could be the thumbnail. Hakuden, okay. I like it. It's not too bad, but you know, it's just okay. Best way to describe it. It's just mid. So next up we have Zenbone Zachary. Let's quickly talk about him. So Zenbone Zachary isn't a bad character. He definitely is something that was needed. For example, he is a ranged flurry character. Now, when I see a character that is a flurry character without guard break, instantly in my mind I think they're mainly going to be using the hard difficulty of GQ or an epic rate. I'm never going to use this character in normal PvE content because I have to keep breaking their guard. I'd rather bring another character that has guard break. So it's unfortunate he doesn't have guard break, but it doesn't ruin the character per se. I think he can still definitely be a viable option. And he is now the 4th ranged flurry character with Holo Killer, and I think that's actually a very good thing, especially as a premium option. The only 3 other characters that have Flurry, Holo Killer is Ginrei, and then the 2 Machine Society Izuru, and also the 1000 Year Bloodway Izuru. So now that we have a second premium option, if you do struggle in that Pacific week of GQ, it's kind of nice to have this character right there. He also has follow-up too, which is still a kind of a gimmick. It's there. It's not that noticeable, but it's better to have it, not need it, than need or not have it. Model-wise, he looks actually quite cool. Again, we have to wait and see how he is actually going to look compared to his old version. Again, I'm going to assume the models have been updated. Skipping through, though, let's see how it is. So he is ranged. That looks like sperm cells. Alright. So, normal attack string looks very similar to White Day Tsukishima, but it's like the flower petals or the sakura petals instead. Nothing too bad, though. I think he looks a bit static when he's actually shooting out the attacks. SA1 looks kind of cool. I would kind of wish there was more, like, petals. I don't know. It looks a bit, like, too simple for a character of this, like, stature, right? He does, like, a bunch of petals. SA2 is the Sucking Vortex. Very good for a character like this, by the way. Not a bad strong attack. The first is a beam. Third, though, not gonna lie, I like it. For a Byakuya kind of attack with just petals, it's not too bad. It's a full screen attack too. Again, with this character, and then again, because he doesn't have guard break, strong attacks kind of do matter. You do have to use them, but it's alright. Ooh. Okay. It's different. Oh, then again, it's not even different at all, but I like what they did with it. Again, it's something that we've seen multiple times in the past with almost every other Byakuya. I like the camera angles they've done with that, right? The zoom out here, him just standing there, that's definitely not going to be the thumbnail. You could probably turn that into a meme, honestly. But, like, yeah, the camera angle like that, with the 2 swords just coming down, he does the slash. I like it. I like it. And then he just does a little laugh at the end. Okay, Caleb, I like it. I'm not going to complain. Now, let's talk about the main man of the banner, Zangetsu. So now we have Zangetsu, and one cool thing about this character that I did notice in yesterday's video is that he is actually using his Bankai blade, right? So the thing I've heard from this is the fact that when this filler arc came out in the anime and Zangetsu used his Bankai blades, Tensei Zangetsu didn't exist in the manga. So that's why this is actually a thing. And that's why we're seeing Old Man Zangetsu wielding Tensei Zangetsu. Or why in general he's actually using this blade when technically he shouldn't be able to, because obviously Tensei Zangetsu does exist. But looking at the character, he's actually very good for a premium mid-month. Honestly, if he had Havoc, he'd be one of the best characters in the game, for the heart attribute at least, right? So 12% recharge, 20% strong attack damage if you are a heart attribute Soripa, that does count for himself, 20% berserker, 20% extra damage to weakened enemies, debilitator +5, frenzy, and sprinter +2. So not only does he have the extra bit of flash step, he has the extra bit of damage to weakened enemies, he weakens on everything, he also busts his team. And there are lots of very good heart attribute Soripas, so just having this character on your team is already going to be buffing your team in the first place. So I actually really do much like how they designed this character. Again, unfortunately with the way they have made premium characters or mid-month characters is that they don't give him Havoc. If he had Havoc, he would have been perfect, honestly. And it makes no sense why they don't do it, honestly. Because if he had Havoc, I would have been pulling. But unfortunately now I'm going to wait for him to come back as a filler or tickets. So it's kind of dumb. I do think Caleb should start giving mid-month characters better treatment, because then it just makes you want to pull more. It makes no sense why they would want to make characters like this just not as good. So I don't really know, but let's check out the gameplay. Not gonna lie though, not gonna lie, and this is the problem that I have with every Zangetsu, is that I don't like his face. Is it weird to say that? I don't know. The model never, like, Zangetsu just never looked good in my opinion when it comes to BBS model. Maybe they didn't update it, maybe they did, but his face always looks too flat. Again, I'm sure they have updated it, especially compared to the old version. I think the Speed OG one is like one of the worst ones. And I forgot to mention, actually, he does have 2 immunities too. So I believe it's Burn and Freeze. Don't call me on that though. I can check, but it doesn't really matter. And he also does have Read Aranka dodges, making him a character that you want to farm Hokukus for. So again, for a premium character, for a mid-month premium character, this character is actually quite stacked. He's not bad. I definitely think he's one of the better mid-month characters we received in a long, long time. Probably ever since, like, the mid-month Koga that we got, like, last year. So I think they designed this character very, very well. I'm excited to see his gameplay, and I'm hoping that his nat string still has the if that kind of makes sense. If you played with the Senkamon Zangetsu, you would know that he just moans when he does his night string. So night string does actually look quite nice, especially as a melee character, seeing as the last like year or two we've been using the range Zangetsu, so that's actually kind of cool. His SA1 is the lunge forward, not the best range, but it's not too bad. Visually it looks okay, does like a little slash and then slash down. His SA2 is... That is weird. How do... What do you even do there? Okay. So, it looks like he just put his blade into the sky and then something just came down. But I like the black aura, the black and red that the Bankai does have. I'm a fan of it. And then his full screen. It's alright. It's alright. Visually, it's nothing too spectacular. It's okay. There is a special though. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. It started off weak. But then it came out at the end. I like that. Hearing Yuha 2 is actually kind of funny. Obviously, if you aren't aware, Yuha does have the same voice actor. Makes sense why. I like that though. Like, again, it started off weak, him just charging up the attack, nothing's happening. I thought he was going to slam down like Mugetsu, which he kind of did do, right? But it's not nearly as cool. But the close-up, and then like the lead up to it. Let's actually rewind that real quick. So you can see the lead up to the attack, just boom, and then it just pops. And all the particle effects really does look quite nice. And again, one thing I like to point out too is the shadowing, right? You can see right here, look at like the air flying off Zangetsu because of how strong the impact is. Like, touches like that make strong attacks or specials like this look powerful. And this one looks powerful. So, I'm a fan of the special. I think he's actually quite a cool character. For his first, second, and third strong attack, they look quite basic. But if I pull this character, I will use him for maybe a day. I'll have fun with him. He's not a bad character. Again, the only thing he does lack is Havoc. But everything else about him is very, very good, right? He's not a bad character. Definitely one of the better hard characters in the game. Not the best, but definitely one of the better ones. So, that being said, lads, that was the character breakdown of the 3 new characters. It's still a skip, don't get me wrong, but I'm still excited to see these characters again. I'm also excited, looking forward to the future Zanpakuto characters I'll be getting, right? Again, Suzuma Bachi, Katen Kyokotsu, and Heineko. I'm a simp, can't help it, but I'm looking forward to those 3. Very excited to see potentially them be playable again, because again, I tried to simp for them back in the day, but I never pulled them, and the only one time I did pull them is when they weren't usable. They were like bad at that point, so I'm excited to see how they're going to play out in the future. Can't wait to see how they're going to look. But again, I do think sometime in the future, or this banner in general, should have been double team characters with the Zanpakutos and the Soripas. That would have been way more cool. And it also would have just given us better characters. Characters with 2 killers. And also bring back the mechanic that we haven't seen in like a year now. Double team Izuru and Gin. When are we next going to see that? I don't know. But that being said, lads, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know in the comments below who you think was the most cool of these 3 characters. Definitely probably going to be putting Zangetsu in the thumbnail, but we'll see when the video does get released. So hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.